Hello, FCS 2250 computer application students. We are in our Excel section 1 skills check exam. Let's get going. So I've got this loaded up. Got a few things to do, 19 to be exact. And so let's go ahead and begin. I'm just going to jump into my full screen and I'm going to increase the size of some things a little bit. And we're going to follow through. Now, again, remember in Excel, it is very detailed, so I may have to read the directions a few times, but you know what? We will get things going. Answer key. Sometimes they may not have things for our answer keys, so let's go ahead and delete row 10. So I'm going to click in row 10 to activate the entire thing. In my cells group, I'll go ahead and click delete, and it will delete that entire row. Let's go ahead and check our answer. Awesome. Hey, we're on our way now. 2 of 19. We're going to go ahead and hit our answer key, see what we get. A few options to do. We'll start with the first one. Click the File tab. Click the Save As option. We're going to browse. We'll double click our documents over on the left, which we're already in. And we'll double click the Paradigm documents. Not Paradigm, but Paradigm documents. And in the file name, we'll go ahead and type, oh boy, if I can see that, SUFAZ, Solutions. And I'll double check that, capital SUFAZ, capital SUFAZ, and then Solutions, capital SOLUTIONS. SUFAZ Solutions. All right, I like it. We'll choose Save. So we're saving that with a different name, and we can even see that different name there as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and close my answer key and choose Check My Answer. And what did I do wrong? Save a copy of the workbook in the Paradigm Documents folder, typing, I missed the R. Something simple as that. Let's go ahead and return to that. And again, as you can see, don't have my glasses on. File. Let's do this again. File. Save as. Browse. And we're going to in our Paradigm document, and we need a SURF. Miss the R. We'll go ahead and choose Save. And we'll check our answer. There we go. Read with a purpose, Mr. Lang, right? All right, we're going to print our worksheet. So we're going to go ahead and go to the File. Which again, it doesn't look like it has direction number 1 there. So interesting. File. We'll go down to Print. And then we'll click the Print button. Now, although we do not have a printer, it's got a virtual one attached here, so that would go to your printer if you did have your printer. So let's see how we did. Awesome. Saving with the same name. All right, so let's go ahead and click the Save button in the quick access bar. So let's just say you are working on this, you changed some stuff, you don't want to change the name of it, you just click that Save button right there, and it will save your work so far. We're going to enter some data. So we're going to click in cell C5. We're playing some Battleship here for Twitter. C5, I know I'm in C5, my name box right there, and I'm just going to type in 46.99. I'll press my Enter key. All right. Selecting a cell. All right. So all we need to do is click in cell D9. Excuse me. Again, we're going to play some Battleship. Our inventory for the year 3. D9 is selected. All right. All right, they want us to do a little bit more here. So we're going to go to the options at the drop-down list. So I'm going to click off of that, click back on it, drop-down list. You know what? I'm not sure. Let me see. I selected this, and I'm going to go ahead and see what happens here if I select my answer. There we go. All right. Navigate using the Go To feature. All right, let's check it out. So we're going to click the Find and Select button. I believe it's in the editing group right here, Find and Select. So we'll go ahead and click that again a couple of times to activate it. Go To. And we got this drop-down list that will appear here. Go to where? And we're going to type in K16. So capital K, 16. All right, and then we'll click OK. And it will take us to K16. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close that. Click back in the document to make it active. Again, K16 is selected. I can see it's in my name box as well. All right. The fill handle. This is where it can get tricky, everybody. All right, so stay with me here. We're going to select cell A4. So A4, the year. All right. And we're going to click the fill handle and hold down the left mouse button and drag the fill handle to cell A10 and then release the mouse button. The white is not the fill handle. The fill handle is in the bottom right-hand corner where that white plus turns into a black plus. I click now with my mouse. I'm holding that down and I'm dragging and I drop it. And then it will include the sequential years. That is usually where I get a lot of questions. So again, your fill handle, make sure you choose that one there. All right, we're going to enter a formula. That shouldn't be too bad. So D4, again, playing some Battleship. Equal sign to tell that we're going to start a formula, and B4 divided by C4. And I'm going to press my enter button, and you can see that it's highlighting the cells that it's referencing and 1.05 variance. All right, and there's another way to do it as well. All right, we're about halfway done. Enter a formula. The direction number 1 is not there. Don't like that sometimes, but I believe we're in H4. So let's go down to H4, the total for the year 1. All right, we're going to click our equal sign. We're going to click in cell F4. So we're going to go and click in cell F4 minus, that's going to be on your keyboard, G4, so our subtotal minus our refunds, and then we'll press our enter key, $75,400. And we'll check our answer. All right. 11 of 19. Let's go ahead and see what we got to do. Save with a new name. All right. So we're going to go ahead. Hopefully I don't mess this up again. And I'm going to choose File. And I'm going to choose Save As. And I'm going to go ahead and choose my Browse. Documents, where I'm at. Paradigm Documents. Click in the file name. And type, now this is interesting because if I recall way back when, I feel like we've done this before. I typed in what it says here, SUFAZ, solutions. And it marked me wrong. I didn't see an R there. And I don't know if you see the R there or not, but I see an SUFAZ, solutions, plural. And I'll go ahead and choose save there. And since I actually saved it as that before, you saw that other option. Hey, that already exists. Do you want to do a save as? And I chose yes. But you're probably not going to see that because, again, of the way that is. And so now I'm looking at this. This is interesting because now this one says Surfaz with an R. So I think that I should probably include that R. But you know what? I'm curious like a cat. I'm going to see what happens. And I got it right with that. So again, I'm not sure if that's because I already have that document in there with an SUR, but I also have a document in there with an SUF. Interesting. So you may want to take note of that. All right, we're on 12 of 19, entering the sum function. All right, we're going to click in cell E15. All right, the total of all of our books sold, E15. And my auto sum is over here in my editing group. I will click on the auto sum button and you can average, count numbers, max, minimum, and there's even more, but we're going to auto sum. And sum, it gives me the range. And all I'm going to do is press my enter button on my key. And we totaled 554 books sold. I'm going to close that and check my answer. Entering a sum function, very similar. Click the auto sum in the editing group on the home tab. However, this is number 2. They missed number 1, but I bet you they want us to be in B14. First quarter, all right, for our sales analysis. And we're going to go ahead and click the auto sum button again. I'm going to close this so that way I can see this. All right, we're in cell, again, B14, auto sum. And because auto sum is its first option, it just gives the sum there. I don't have to click on the down arrow to choose sum. It's the first option there. So cool. Let's go ahead and check our answer. There we go. Editing data. Let's do it. Nothing in the answer key. Well, that's no bueno, but let's try to figure this out together. So we're going to change the name in C8 to Yan Li. So C8. All right, we're going to do some battleship here. And I'm going to go ahead and change that I to a Y. All right, and I look to see that that is what I need. I'm going to press my enter key, and we'll go ahead and check our answer. There we go. All right, we're about 3/4 of the way done. We're close. Change the last name in cell B12 to Barker. B12. Not Baker, Barker. I'm going to go ahead and click right there and choose an R. Again, you can use your arrow keys on your keyboard like I'm using right now to move around in there. But Barker, we'll go ahead and check our answer. Uh-oh. What'd I mess up? Incorrect. Change the last name in cell B12 to Barker. B-A-R-K-E-R. The last name in cell B12 was not changed to Barker correctly. Well, let's go ahead and fix that. Thought I did that. My bad. Barker. B12. Last name B-A-R-K-E-R. Go ahead and click my light bulb. See if I'm missing anything here. No answer key. So, you know what? I am going to retype that.
Start narrator X005 underscore personal cap
K-E-R.
R.
Enter.
B13 selected editable I17
B-A-R,
selected
K-E-R.
editable
And I think I got
column 10 row 18.
Close that. I think I clicked on the read me option. Sorry about that. If that was blaring in your eardrum. Let's go ahead and try this. Barker. And we've got a great job there. Not sure what happened the first time. Maybe I didn't press my enter key. Maybe that's what was going on with it. Not 100% sure. But hey, we made it now. Displaying the formulas. Display the formulas in the worksheet. All right, this is a valuable thing to do. So we are going to go to the formulas group. So right there, formulas group. And when we go to formulas, we're going to go to the show formulas. So I believe it's right here. I'm going to go ahead and close this so I can see a little bit better. And there's our show formulas. So I click on that to activate it. And now I can see all those formulas there. Awesome. All right, we're getting close. Merging and centering. All right, let's do it. So we're going to merge and center the range A1 through E1. So A1 through E1. So this is the range. This is where you're using the white plus, not the black one known as the fill handle, but the white plus. So I clicked in cell A1 with the white plus just right in the middle of it, dragged through there. I'll go to my alignment group, and there is my merge and center. That's what we want to do. So we'll click that. It will then make that one big cell there. So it's still an A1 even though it's merged across. All right, so we'll check our answer. All right. Getting close. Changing the orientation of data in cells. Let's do it. So we're going to select the range B4 through U4. All right, if I can say that right. So I'm going to start in B4 first. So B4 January right there. So I have B4 selected, which I see right there. All right. Now with B4 selected, I need to drag through U4 all the way over here. So with the white plus, I am going to drag all the way through. It's catching up through U4. So that whole kind of row except for A4. So B4 through U4. Click the orientation button in the alignment group. Here we are. The orientation is right here. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and click that and the down arrow to give me more options. And I want to rotate text up. Rotate text up right there. And so now it will invert that. And we'll go ahead and close that. And we'll check our answer. All right. So close. Change the page orientation to portrait. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to click on the page layout tab. We are going to go to the orientation button in the page setup. So here's our page setup, orientation, and we're going to change that to portrait. And it takes a second, and you can see the dotted lines now for a more portrait view. And I'll go ahead and close that and click on my answer key or check answer. And there we go. Great job. It's going to take us a second. It's going to go and calculate everything, go back to this, giving us our scoring report. And so thank you for hanging out with me. Looks like we've completed all of them. I appreciate you hanging out while we completed our skills check or Excel Section 1 skills check exam. Great job, everybody.